I would like to explain the components or the spare parts supplied along with the VersaLab LE, the semi-automated vascular Doppler system. And I will also explain the important functions of the keypad, and then I will explain how to connect the machine to a computer, and then how to do an actual test. So this is our VersaLab LE. Okay, you have an LCD screen where you can see the waveform, and you have a Doppler 8 megahertz. This is an 8 megahertz ultrasound transducer. It is just connected with a normal telephone jack cable. So we usually supply two sets along with the instrument. In case if it fails, you can get it from the local market. You will also have a sensor, a toe sensor, and infrared sensor for measuring the capillary flow. Usually that is being done at great toe. And then you have a foot switch. So this foot switch is required whenever you are connecting to a computer, and whenever you want to transfer the data, the waveform to a computer. Once you keep it on the probe on the patient subject, once you get a good sound and you will see the waveform, then when you press it, then from that moment the waveform gets transferred to the computer. We also give a hand switch, because in some places some of the technicians are happy with using a hand switch. So you can remove this and you can connect this, and whenever you press, it will record the waveform on the screen. It comes with detailed instruction manual with application notes, the computer connectivity, how to install, and then the software menus, how to capture the data. Everything is very clearly given in this. And you will also get a CD with the software, installation software, and the CD will also have this manual in PDF form. And you will have an USB cable. You can connect the instrument. On the back side of this instrument you have a USB cable. You can connect one end here, the other end to any Windows based computer. Windows 7, 8, 10 will support our software. And we supply, this is the cuff for measuring the blood pressure. We call it as it's a reusable arm and ankle cuff. You can tie it in the arm for brachial pressure, and you can also tie it at the ankle for measuring the posterior tibial and dorsalis pedis pressure. I will explain you once I connect it to a patient. And we also supply one small toe BP cuff. So this is attached, fixed on the great toe, along with this PPG photoplethysmogram toe sensor for measuring the toe pressure. So we give an ultrasound jelly, because for ultrasound transducer we need a coupling media. We can use any ultrasound gel. Please do not use an ECG gel, because ECG gel will have sodium carbonate. It's a salt. It might erode the probe tip, because probe is the costliest part. So please do not use ECG jelly. Use ultrasound jelly, any make, not a problem. So with this we explained about the basic functionality of the accessories. Then I can also tell you about some of the keys, because some of the keys are not relevant for this product, because this particular same machine we use it for two different models. One is, this is called VersaLab LE. We have another model called VersaLab Auto. So where in VersaLab Auto it automatically captures the blood pressure, waveform, everything. So for that we need some keys. For this application we need very little options here, like mute, volume plus minus, okay, so then record. So only few options are available. You can go through the manual for detailed operations. So now we will see how it is connected to a computer and we will check it up. Now we have connected the BP cuffs, you can see here. So we need to tie one cuff at the brachial level, and then we connect this tube to a manometer which we give the dial type manometer. Okay, then you can see here we have another cuff for measuring the ankle pressure. So cuff is placed here, and then the probe will be kept here for the posterior tibial, and then we keep it here for the dorsalis pedis. Okay, we also have a toe cuff, so we have to tie the toe cuff at the root of this toe, and then on the tip we will tie the sensor, that we will see later. Now we will be operating the software. We have this United software, and when you click it, so you will get the main screen. This is the main screen of our software, Diabetic Mini-Lab. In this software, it's a unified software which can connect multiple devices, so that with single software you can control products like Doppler, like biotensiometer, hot and cold, and then vibrotherm, cardiac autonomic neuropathy, ODA scan reporter, and then IR thermometer. So these all individual devices are connected by a single software, so that you can use every devices in the same software. So now all these softwares are all by default deselected. So when the customer buys a product, then he can activate those products. Now I will be activating for the VersaLab Doppler. So I have to go to the software, and then it asks for the username, admin. Okay, and then the password is DFCIPL hash 4129. DFCIPL means Diabetic Foot Care India Private Limited. That's a short term. DFCIPL, all small letter, and then hash, and then 4129, and then login. Then you get another screen. You can see here all are deactivated. So I'm going to activate VersaLab. Okay. Now I'm saving it. So the software will close. Okay. Then again I have to open the software. Now the screen is, now you can see it is activated. When I keep the cursor here, in the bottom you will get a menu box. Here you can see it describes about the product, whereas for the other products I am not getting any menu box. Only for VersaLab I am getting it. Now everything is ready. Now you can see here some more menu points here. Header and logo. Okay, header means the report, you will get a header which is the hospital name. So here if you see here, it is Diabetic Foot Care India. You can change it to your hospital name and address. Okay, so you can change the font, you can set the color. So I'm for just for demonstration purpose, I am doing it here for, like, say, the FCI, Diabetes Specialty Center. Okay, so I changed it. If you want to see how it look like, when you say the preview, then it will show you the actual letterhead, like how the print will look like. So if I feel it's okay, then I can change it. Suppose if I want to change the color, I can change the color. Say, let's say to black. So now you can see the entire thing is changed color. So I just say save and exit. Okay. So logo, suppose your hospital has got a logo, then you can find the logo path. So I have a logo, so I will set that logo. Let me see this 28. So I have uploaded this, the logo. Okay. In the printout you will get this. So this is over. Doctors, technicians. So you may have consultant doctors who is going to generate the report. Okay.
So I select the consultant, which is you don't have to type doctor. Doctor is prefixed already, it will come. Only thing you have to write the name of the person. Let me see, Joseph. Joseph, okay. Devaraj. Okay, his specialty may be vascular surgeon. Okay. So I'm just saving it. And if you have more than one doctor, then you can also add them up. Okay, I'm doing it. Abraham Matthew. Okay, he could be a consultant, diabetologist. Okay, I'm just saving it. Okay. You can add as many you want, and then referral. Sometimes for uh, many hospitals, there will be a continuous referral doctors. They will refer the patient to you for observation or any recording of this Doppler. So if you want, you can add them also. Here also, you don't need to type doctor. Just type the person name. Let me say Kapoor. Okay, I'm just saying it. And here also you can have multiple name. I can say David. Okay. And the same way, technician, examiner. Okay. Sometimes some hospitals they also like to know who has taken uh, the particular reporting recording. So in such case, you can do it. You can also hide it or show it. Actually, if you say hide, then the name will not come on the printout, but it will be there in the storage. You can, if you want to see it. So I will just say show, and I'm saying the technician name as save money. And you can also have more than one person here. So I saved it. It's not one time. You don't have to do every day. Once you install, then you can do it. Then it is finished. Instruction. So this is actually for every operation. There will be a pop-up menu will come for the beginners to understand. So let it be there. Later on, once you are mastered, because it will become a disturbance. For every action, there will be a pop-up. You have to close this and then go to the next action. So we can switch it off actually. Okay. So auto ID. So some of the hospitals they have their own unique patient ID, but many hospitals, small clinics, they don't maintain unique ID. So they keep on giving the same number while they store the patient. So to avoid that, when you select auto ID, then computer will uh, create a unique ID based on the date and time and hour, so that there will not be any repetition of any point of time. Okay. So if you have a unique ID, then now I'm switching it off. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now I have to give the patient ID, my own unique ID. So now everything is set. There is no nothing change. These are all one-time test. Whenever you come inside, then you will come to the screen. Just click your cell app. So you will have another main screen. You can see here bottom what are all the other instruments you can connect. So if you enable them and if you connect these machines, then you can also um, capture the data from those machines. If you see on the top, we have a new, old, reports. These are all a few menus related to the Doppler, ABI Doppler. And here you can see there are few menus, but all the menus are not available for this product. In this Vessel Lab series, we have two models. The one we are going to demonstrate is Vessel Lab LE, which is the semi-automated one. We do have one another model called the Vessel Lab Auto, which is fully automatic. So in that particular model, you will have all the options enabled actually. Price, of course, it is costly, but here this is primarily done for ankle brachial index. Okay. So only this you will get. The other options you cannot do. Of course, you can do it manually, but there is no recording a proper report format you will not get in this particular model. Okay. So now, uh, once you connect the machine through a USB cable, then you have to click this port, and then when you click, now you are not connected it, so you are not getting it. But once you connect it, you will get some port number, 22, 23, something like that. If that port is correct, you can select it and then save. Then it will save. Otherwise, okay, now since it's not connected, it will keep on giving some error. I can just type some number. So let's talk about the individual options. So new, you can see when I keep it on new, on the bottom I am getting a menu, new patient entry, opening existing patient records for lateral entry, reports viewing printable report. Okay, interpretation. Okay, I can make the interpretation off or on. Now presently it is interpretation is on. Okay, ABA report. Uh, you want single page. Okay, this option may not work out for this particular model, only for the VeselLab Auto we have. And for this also, okay, automatic, again this is not okay. These are all you will not get it, because basically this is meant for the other models, other VeselLab Auto. So I select new, and then the cursor is blinking here. Select the title, okay, the patient title, and then name, let's say Susan. Susan. Okay, so patient ID I have to type unique ID, let's say EFC 123, gender, male, age. On the consultant column, see when I click, you can see I am getting the both. So I'm selecting, automatically vascular surgeon will come. When I say Matthew, because I entered like that, okay, you get like this. And referral, again Kapoor, David Armstrong, and the examiner, okay, will come. Once you have this, then just click AB index. Since I don't have this particular thing, I'm not seeing it, machine you are not seeing it. So okay, so you will go to this particular page. Okay, so it will take some time, it will keep saying loading. And now since I don't have the machine connected, it's a, you can see here, communication error. Okay, so if the Doppler device is connected, you will not get this error, because it is not now communicating with my device, so it says communication error. Whenever you are getting that error, possibly that they are not connected, maybe the USB cable is not, somebody has removed the cable, or sometimes the port, in the previous page we had a port setting, maybe some wrong port, multiple ports are there, maybe something wrong, you can change it. Okay, then once you come to this page, this loading will happen for a few seconds, and then it will stop, the communication error will not come, and then in the bottom you will see a line will be keep moving actually. Okay, and then here the all the arteries where we are going to test will be displayed here. You can see right brachial, right posterior tibial, right dorsalis, and then left brachial. See, basically here we are using two transducer. One is a Doppler ultrasound, which is 8 megahertz. Another one is a TOE PPG sensor. Since we are using two different sensors, to make it easy, we are first completing all the Dopplers. So it starts with right brachial. So you pick up the right brachial sound, record it, take the blood pressure, and then move to right ankle, and then like posterior tibial and dorsalis pedis, and then next it goes to the left brachial, and then left posterior tibial and dorsalis pedis. Once you finish up all the Doppler, then automatically here you will see right PPG. Okay, right toe, sorry, right toe it will show. then you will be connecting this PPG sensor to the toe. Then you will see the waveform, you record it, and then automatically once you complete, it goes to left toe. Once you do all the measurements, everything is over. You can just see this report preview. Then you will see the entire report on the screen, and then you can print it, and then you can go back and then save the recording, and you can exit. And you can also change the screening order. Okay, if you feel that you don't want to do in this way, and you want to see finish off everything once right side. So let's say the right toe you want to finish it off, you select it, and you can just go up. Okay, so automatically now you can see brachial, posterior tibial, dorsal spinalis, toe, and then left one complete cycle. You can do it your convenience. So you can change it as per your uh, requirement. So once you do that, then the portions are saved, then the testing can complete automatically. So this tune BP is not for this particular model, it is disabled. This is for the VesaLab Auto, because there if you are capturing the BP automatically, we are using it. Okay. Suppose the communication error is coming, the cable is disconnected, you are reconnecting, so you want this error to go. So you just say refresh. When you say refresh, it will check for communication again. Since you connected the port correctly, automatically the communication error will go. Okay. Very simple to operate. Initially, you need a little bit of understanding is required. Once you understand it, then it is very much easier actually. Okay. So you can go back, but now actually it will not go. Okay, now time has come. So let me. We have finished it. Okay. Say thank you because there is no connection. Okay. I will go back. Sorry. Exit. Okay, old means I can select this. Okay, so since there is no old patient, it is not showing any name here, but otherwise you will see a list of names, and then you click here on the under search by name or ID. You need to just type in 3 characters. If it is let's say Samuel, SAM. When you say SAM, then it will show all the names starting with SAM will be displayed. You can put Samuel, then you will get Samuel. Suppose if there are 2 Samuels, then the patient ID will be, for both of them it will be shown. So you will be knowing the ID, then you can select that particular patient. Okay. And report for actually whenever you want to see the old report, whenever if the patient is coming and he wants to see how much, what is the kind of reporting done about 6 months back. So you again click reporting. So then the patient detail will come, search the patient, and then select the ID. Suppose single person, then only one ID will be there. If it is same name, multiple person, then multiple ID will be shown here. Select that ID. Once you select the ID, then here his visit date will be visible actually. If he has come 4 or 5 times, then the date time will be so one by one it will be there. So you can select the whichever date you want to see. Select that and then click this AV report. Okay, then you will get the report. Fine. Um, and then okay, so that's it. So we have completed the operation of it. Then we will see how the recording is done.
Connect the instrument to the device electrically. Even though we connected the USB cable, we need to connect the port. So it is asking for the port, so we have to select the correct port and then save. Now it is connected. Now data can get transferred to the computer. Now whenever you do a new patients, we will always select a menu called new. Click. So now it will ask for the patient data like the title, Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor, whatever it is, you can select, and then the patient name we have to type in, and actually this we have selected auto ID. In case you have your hospital have a unique ID for every patient, then you can change it in the front screen, then you can type in your patient ID. But now this is auto ID, so automatically the computer generates an ID. Now male selected, age, we need to select the age. Okay, then date is automatically selected. Consultant, specialization, referral, all these things you can type here, or in the front screen there is a provision. If you have more than one consultant, you can type the name and specialization. Automatically by selecting the drop down, their name will be there, then you can select it. Now we go into the AB index screening. Now you can see here, now it's loading. Just takes few seconds. It is actually communicating with the computer. Now you can see a line started moving. So that means the device is connected to this. If the device is not connected, then you will get a error called communication error. So now we can operate the instrument. We will be testing on a patient. So now he is keeping the probe. The probe has to be in a 45-degree angle, like holding a pen. So you are just putting in the brachial. You can hear the pulsatile sound, and you can see the waveform here, pulsatile waveform. Now you can also see here the same waveform you will be seeing on the screen. Okay. Now he is pressing the foot switch. When he presses the foot switch, you can see the waveform is on the top. So that is the waveform which is going to come in the report. So it is recorded now. Now next option is you have to measure the blood pressure. As he inflates, the needle goes up. When the pressure is above the systolic, the blood vessel is stopped. So he is now slowly deflating it. So nearing 100. How much is value? 99. So yes, the systolic BP for him is 99. Now we have completed the brachial. Now he is doing it on the posterior tibial by slightly changing the angle of the probe. You can see the sound quality is improved. You can see the waveform. Here also you can see the waveform, a good tall waveform which is multiphasic, that is more than one peak. And when he presses the foot switch, now it is replacing the old waveform. So we have recorded the right brachial, and now we recorded right posterior tibial. The next he will do is measuring the blood pressure. Slowly inflating. So now sound is stopped completely. So that means we are occluded the vessel. Slowly deflating. 110 he got the systolic pressure. So 99 is the brachial, 110 is the posterior tibial pressure. Now without removing the cuff, he will be measuring the posterior tibial, dorsalis pedis. So he is just changing the probe to dorsalis pedis area. Mute. Now we are located the probe at the dorsalis pedis. You can hear the good sound. Now you can see here, you get the good sound. Now he is pressing the foot switch. Now you can see the waveform gets replaced. Okay, now again similar way he inflate. And slowly he will be deflating. 98. Now actually he is tying the toe sensor. You should not tight it too much tight, just gently wrap it. You can see here the waveform. You're getting a good waveform, and you get a small beep sound for every pulse. Okay, so he has connected the cuff. Before that we have to record. Press recording. Now I am recording the toe pressure. Waveform is recorded. Now is measuring the toe pressure. Here when you slowly deflate, you have to hear for the sound. You should also look for the waveform. Now you can see here. Again you can increase it. So now we are totally uploaded. You can see a straight line. The sound is also off. Now I am slowly deflating it. At one point you will get the sound. Peak is also come. So at that point we have to take down the pressure. Okay. So this is the absolute toe pressure. So for him it is 120. So we have done one side. The same way we have to do it on the other side, left side. But since for demonstration I am just completing with this, then I will show you on the system. Okay. So now we already taken the pressure. So you know here right side what is 99. So we have to type in the 99. For the posterior tibial we have to type 110. And again for dorsalis pedis it was around how much? 99. Okay. And then for the toe it is 120. Since we have not taken the left, so for demonstration purpose I am leaving it. So I will now click ABA. So automatically now you can see here it is calculated. Ankle brachial index is 1.1, toe brachial index is 1.21. Left side I have not done, so I am not seeing it. So now I can see the report. I can go to the report preview. You can see the reports. Actually this will be the, see actually our company name will be there. So this you can edit it with your hospital name. You can go through the manual how to edit it. You can see it actually. Then you will get your details, and then the patient details will be here, and then the date, and suppose if the referral doctor is entered, then his name will be there. This is called ankle brachial index Doppler report. You can see here the right brachial, the waveform, the pressure, and then the right posterior tibial. So the waveform, and then the pressure 110, and then right dorsalis pedis, and then the pressure 190, and then the bottom toe pressure with 120, and this is AB index is 1.11 and TB index is 1.21, and this is the guidelines, task 2 guidelines for ABI. So 0.91 to 1.4 is normal, and then the ranges are here. So this is a normal study. Then the interpretation will say, it says normal right arterial ABI study, cannot calculate left ABI, left toe pressure not measured because we are not done on the left side. If it is done, it will show normal arterial study. If it is something different, it may say mild PAD or moderate PAD. So based on that guidelines, the interpretation will come. The consideration, doctor name and specialization, since we are not selected, it has not come. Otherwise, you will get it on this also. Okay. So this is how the report will look like. You can just print it, and then we have done, and then we go back. Okay, we have to save the BP. So now we will go to the screen and then save. Everything is done. This PVR report, carotid screening, all these things will not come for this particular model. It is all disabled because that will come only in the VersaLab Auto. Here in this model you will do only, you are allowed to do only ankle brachial index. The next you will not get. So now after completing it, you can just close it and whenever exit. And whenever the patient comes again for a review, you can select old. Okay, and once you select old, you can see all the patient detail will be here. So you can search by ID or by name. You can search, okay, and then you will get them, and then you can select. Okay, for example, you can select one. So Santosh. So here selected Santosh. So you can click it. Suppose if the same name multiple patients are there, then you will see the different ID will be shown here. Then select the ID. So I am selecting the ID, and then okay, now I can say again ABI. It will go to the measurement actually. So suppose if I want to see only the report, in that case you can always, if this report is there, click that report, and again you can see all the patient details are there. You can search, you can see typing Santosh. So you can just type 3 letters and then it shows Santosh. You can select it, and if the test is done for him for multiple times, so he will get multiple dates here. But this is only one test. Today only we have done, so it is done. So then you can click AB index, then you can see the full reports. So any point of time you can review the old reports, that is possible. Okay, so with this we have completed.